Hi, and welcome to the rundown of the 10 top stories on 4 Construction Pros this week. This is what contractors are reading. I'm Larry Stewart with 4 Construction Pros.
And I'm Becky Schultz, editor of Equipment Today.
The number 10 story on our list is 4 ways to settle construction disputes. Disputes are rife throughout construction, and here are the pros and cons, costs and benefits of direct negotiation, mediation, arbitration, and litigation.
Next up on our list is the introduction by the DEMAG division of Tadano of the AC450-7 all-terrain crane. It's a model that's unique in that it has 7 axles instead of the traditional 6, but yet maintains the same footprint. And no doubt this attracted attention because many contractors need a compact, roadable crane that can deliver even more boom and lifting capacity.
Yeah, I guess that must take its axle loads down, huh?
Absolutely, yeah.
So number 8 was the asphalt industry evaluating utilization of plastic in its mixtures. New legislation appropriated funds to research and use the vast waste plastic stream in infrastructure. And one of the most recycled products, asphalt, is now working to develop ways to absorb one of the most difficult to recycle waste streams. Plastic makes up about 19% of municipal solid waste in the U.S., and here's how the asphalt industry is making headway to use that resource.
Next up on the list is the first of several vehicle-related launches that caught attention this week. The first one is the introduction of the next generation international HX series severe service trucks. These work trucks are critical to construction fleets, so it's not a surprise that our viewers are looking at the latest enhancements to the performance and operator comfort, and in this case, customer-focused services that should make it even easier to keep these vehicles up and running.
Yeah, it's interesting. There seems like a rash of severe service truck introductions specifically. They're from Western Star and International and another brand I can't think of right now. I think we'll hear about them in here in just a second. Number 6 on the list was Dodge's 2021 outlook. They're predicting a slow, uneven recovery. Dodge Data and Analytics forecasts total U.S. construction starts will regain just 4% in 2021 after losing about 14% in 2020. Find out which segments of the construction market will lead that recovery in this story.
Number 5 on the list is the unveiling of the 2022 Ford E-Transit. Now, the Transit has become pretty popular, especially among tradespeople who are looking for a more compact, cargo-friendly vehicle that's especially suited for urban environments. So it's no wonder that the introduction of an electric-powered model and at a reasonable MSRP of under $45,000, along with the prospect of lower operating and maintenance costs, catches the attention of contractors. And this news item about the unveiling can share a little bit more details about the potential owning and operating cost savings that are available. Yeah,
the electric operating costs seem to be, pretty advantageous. So number 4 on the list is take care of your undercarriage and it'll take care of you. Caterpillar's construction market professional Lonnie Fritz talks about the key points in reducing crawler tractor undercarriage operating costs. Those systems are so sensitive to maintenance and operating techniques.
Certainly they are, and I think that when you look at the percentage of costs that they represent in the owning of that machine, anything you can do to cut those costs or to minimize potential maintenance needs is going to save you money.
Yeah, and coming from the horse's mouth there with a Caterpillar professional.
Absolutely. Yep. Next up on the list in the number 3 spot is an announcement by Hyundai Engineering that it's seeking a patent for a robot that uses artificial intelligence to automatically flatten concrete floors. Now, this is pretty interesting stuff, something that anyone who is performing concrete flat work is going to have an interest in and it should maybe check out, since it promises to automate what can often be a difficult manual task on these types of projects. So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Amazing the stuff that technology's doing these days. Number 2 is the Biden administration's release of its USDOT transition team. AASHTO Executive Director Jim Timmons praised the broad perspective assembled for this 18-member USDOT review team. The group has significant representation from urban transportation, public transportation, and labor, and is led by Phil Washington, Chief Executive of the Los Angeles County Metro Transportation Authority. This will set directions for DOT, and it's good to see that AASHTO is behind him on this effort.
I agree. I think it's going to be really interesting to see with such a broad team what kind of ideas they may come out to help us to promote transportation infrastructure in 2021 and throughout the next administration. And then finally, rounding out the number one on our top 10 list is an article by my colleague on Equipment Today, Kurt Benning, that reviews the features, technologies, and specifications available in the 2021 model year full-size pickup trucks. I don't think it's any surprise to see this hitting the top 10 list this week, since pickups are such a big part of the construction fleet, and as well as personal vehicles for those working in the industry. And there's always huge interest in what the next model year will bring in terms of performance, comfort, and capabilities. And so this article does a really great job of wrapping that up and giving you a perspective of what's coming in these 2021 model year trucks.
Yeah, it's really cool how truck makers are applying technologies to simplify towing, which is such a high risk, really common use for pickup trucks in our market, and all the technologies there to keep people safe and more effective towing. But the thing that really got me was Ford's generator capacity in their hybrid pickup truck, and that electric van too, for that matter. I'm curious to find out how trades use that technology, if that becomes something that's a machine replacer for them.
I think that it could be pretty intriguing, because it could potentially reduce the need for onboard power systems.
Pretty cool. Well, that's top 10 stories for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you, everyone.